Alright, let's talk about something that's been on my mind lately, the decline of Pokémon TCG Pocket. If you've been following the game, you've probably seen the headlines: player numbers are down over 41%, revenue is tanking, and the shine is definitely wearing off. But here's the thing, as someone who's been playing since launch, I'm not surprised. Not even a little. Let me explain why. First off, let's address the elephant in the room, the pull rates. Personally, I think this is where the game shoots itself in the foot. In the physical TCG, you've got a decent chance of pulling a rare card about 1 in 4 packs. But in Pocket? It's like the game is actively mocking you. I've opened 10 packs and gotten nothing but bulk cards. Nothing. And don't even get me started on the immersive cards, those animated beauties that are supposed to be the crown jewel of the game. They're practically mythical at this point. What many people don't realize is that the game's economy is designed to frustrate you into spending money, but it's so blatant that it backfires. If you take a step back and think about it, this isn't just bad design, it's a missed opportunity. These immersive cards are magical. They're the reason I still log in every day. But the game makes them so hard to get that it feels less like a reward and more like a punishment. Now, let's talk about pack points. In theory, they're a way to guarantee you get the cards you want. In practice? It's a joke. You need 2,500 points for a gold card. Do you know how many packs that is? 500 packs. And that's if you're lucky. What this really suggests is that the game doesn't trust its players to enjoy the grind. It's like the developers are saying, we know you want these cards, but we're going to make it as painful as possible. And honestly, it's exhausting. One thing that immediately stands out is how much the community is begging for universal pack points. If they just let us pool points across sets, it would solve so many problems. But nope. Here we are. But the issues don't stop there. The trading system? It's a disaster. It took them a year to even add trading, and when they finally did, it was atrocious. You still can't trade the cards people actually want, like immersives. It's like they're deliberately ignoring what players are asking for. And the events? Don't even get me started. They're repetitive, uninspiring, and the rewards are barely worth the effort. It's become a chore, not a game. I find myself just logging in to open my free packs and call it a day. And the premium pass? Oh, the premium pass. It's possibly the worst battle pass in gaming. For the price, it offers almost nothing of value. It's embarrassing that I've kept mine active since launch. What this really suggests is that the developers are relying on player inertia, people like me who just can't let go, even though the game is actively disappointing us. Here's the thing, though, Pokémon TCG Pocket had so much potential. The animated cards alone could have carried the game. But the developers seem more interested in milking what's left of the player base than actually fixing the problems. And that's what's so frustrating. If you take a step back and think about it, this game could have been a phenomenon. Instead, it's sliding into oblivion. Personally, I think this is a cautionary tale about ignoring your player base. The community has been shouting about these issues for years, and yet here we are. It's not just about the numbers, it's about the trust you lose when you don't listen. So, where do we go from here? DeNA says they're planning initiatives to boost retention, but honestly, I'm skeptical. After 2 years of stagnation, it's hard to believe they'll suddenly start caring. What makes this really interesting is that the game's decline isn't just a numbers problem, it's a cultural one. Players feel betrayed, and that's a hard thing to come back from. In my opinion, the only way to save Pocket is to completely overhaul the economy, listen to the community, and actually deliver on the promises they made at launch. But will they? I'm not holding my breath. What do you think? Is Pokémon TCG Pocket beyond saving, or is there still hope? Let me know in the comments. And if you're still playing, what keeps you coming back? For me, it's those immersive cards, even though the game does everything it can to keep them out of my hands. Maybe that's the real magic, the game's ability to keep us hooked, even when it's actively working against us. Crazy, right?